Hello friends, I am Pooja Yadav. Today are millions of people all over the world right now who are looking to the United Nations for protection and redress against the violation of their rights and deprivation of their freedoms. So we are going to discuss about United Nations. The United Nations is an international organization founded in 1945. It is currently made up of 193 member states. The mission and work of the United Nations are guided by the purposes and principles contained in its founding charter. The Charter of the United Nations was signed on 26 June 1945 in San Francisco at the conclusion of the United Nations Conference on International Organization and came into force on 24 October 1945. The UN is headquartered on international territory in New York City, with its other main offices in Geneva, Nairobi, Vienna, and The Hague. Principal organs of the United Nations: General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, Secretariat. UN General Assembly, deliberative assembly of all UN member states. The General Assembly is the main deliberative, policy-making and representative organ of the UN. Each year, in September, the full UN membership meets in the General Assembly Hall in New York for the annual General Assembly session and general debate, which many heads of the states attend and address. The General Assembly each year elects a General Assembly President to serve a one-year term of office. UN Security Council for international security issues. The Security Council has primary responsibility under the UN Charter for the maintenance of international peace and security. It has 15 members, 5 permanent and 10 non-permanent. 5 permanent members are China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Each member has one vote. UN Economic and Social Council for global economic and social affairs. The Economic and Social Council is the principal body for coordination, policy review, policy dialogue, and recommendations on economic, social, and environmental issues, as well as implementation of internationally agreed development goals. It has 54 members elected by the General Assembly for overlapping 3-year terms. First president of United Nations Economic and Social Council was an Indian, Erkot Ramaswamy Mudaliar. UN Trusteeship Council for administering trust territories. The Trusteeship Council, one of the main organs of the UN, was established to supervise the administration of trust territories as they transitioned from colonies to sovereign nations. The Council suspended its activities in 1994. UN International Court of Justice, Universal Court for International Law. The International Court of Justice is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. Its seat is at the Peace Palace in The Hague. It is the only one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations not located in New York. UN Secretariat, administrative organ of the UN. The Secretariat comprises the Secretary General and tens of thousands of international UN staff members who carry out the day-to-day work of the UN as mandated by the General Assembly and the organization's other principal organs. The Secretary General is the Chief Administrative Officer of the organization, appointed by the General Assembly on the recommendation of the Security Council for a 5-year renewable term. But serving the cause of peace in a violent world is a dangerous occupation. Since the founding of the United Nations, hundreds of brave men and women have given their lives in its service. Objective of the United Nations: maintaining international peace and security, developing friendly relations among nations, achieving international cooperation in solving international problems. United Nations 2 main working languages: English, French. Current members: the Council is composed of 15 members, 5 permanent members, China, France, Russian Federation, the United Kingdom, and the United States, and 10 non-permanent members elected for 2 years. India has been a non-permanent member of Security Council for 8 terms. India is a member of G4 and G77 group. India has contributed troops to United Nations peacekeeping efforts in turbulent country. In 1953, the chief delegate of India at the time, Vijayalakshmi Pandit, was elected the first woman president of the UN General Assembly. India has a permanent mission to the UN, which is led by the permanent representative. On 11 December 2014, the United Nations General Assembly adopted without a vote a resolution commemorating 21st June as the International Yoga Day. The United Nations has failed to prevent war and fulfill peacekeeping duties many times throughout its history. Millions of people around the world have been killed and displaced since the UN was founded in 1945. If you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe.